Hello and welcome to another episode of Tupcast, the Untitled Podcasters podcast, where we talk about movies and get heavily off topic while doing so. My name is Andrew. As in my previous episode, you were all being punished. You cannot see my sexy face, but I'm one of your hosts. Joining me today are my two other hosts, Colby.
Hi.
Oh, that's me.
and,
that guy. It's me.
and Steve.
Also, hi.
And in today's episode, we will be doing our film fantasy predictions, where we each will be selecting films that we think will be successful in the year of 2025 and going against each other to pick movies before the other person gets to them. As always, we will get off topic. I'll probably share stories about my life that nobody asked for.
I called dibs on all the movies in 2025, so podcast over.
Well,
that's not how it works.
We're fucked now, Steve.
Guess so.
All right.
Sorry, guys. See you in 2026.
Yeah, right. Just an overview of how this kind of works. We've done this previously at the end of 2025, where we recapped the films from that year that we thought were the most successful. And then we did an episode where we did the same predictions for 2024. Both of those are available to listen or watch. How it went the first time, and I just like reviewing this because of how close they all were. For 2023, I had the highest averaging score with 8.35. Steve had the second one with 8.34, so he was behind me by 1/10 of a decimal point. And then Colby was 8.3, so it was very close. For 2024, Steve, you had the highest average of 7.6. Colby, you were right behind him with 7.3. Wow. And I had a 6.4.
Ooh.
I was pretty low. But if you look at my movie list, you can kind of see why. And how we went about it the last time was, however I ranked was how you got to go first. So for this one, Steve, you'll get to choose first. Nice. Colby, you'll go second. I'll go third for the first round. We have 6 rounds we're going to go through. If anyone wants to clear out anything else before we get into this.
I think that's it. I think you nailed it.
All right. So, Steve, you are up first. I'm going to I'll share my spreadsheet with y'all.
So we're also basing our picks to get those averages. I don't know if you said it was based off of what, Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb averages?
Yes, so we will revisit this at the end of the year, hopefully, and we'll go through and see how those films did in their IMDb or Rotten Tomatoes, and then I'll just average those, and then they'll be averaged again to get the total top score right there.
Gotcha.
And I got Colby's over there, too. I could probably make this smaller if I wanted, but we'll keep it like this for now.
Yeah, it's fine.
No, this works.
Yeah, let's keep it like that there. All right, Steve, you are up. What is your first pick?
Ooh, first overall pick.
You get
no pressure.
Yeah, you get a lot of choices here. Joker 3.
Don't.
Well, I'm just trying to think. Like, there's movies that are gonna make close to $1 billion, probably.
Yeah.
May not get reviewed as well as that. So, I mean, I guess I gotta go Avatar. Fire and Ash.
Avatar.
Because I think, from what I remember, because I'm obviously not looking anything up.
Yep.
Like, I think Avatar 1 and 2 were both in the 7s for what people like. I mean, they made $1 billion, but they also got pretty good reviews overall. So, I feel like that's a safe bet as a first overall pick. Because I think some of these movies are going to make a ton of money because people are excited about them, but aren't going to be highly reviewed. It's like a weird mix of movies this year. And then there's movies that aren't going to make a ton of money, but are going to get high reviews. So I'm trying to think of it that way, too.
Gotcha.
So I feel like this is a safe start.
Yeah, and I mean...
Weird, because it's going to make $1 billion, for sure.
It's going to... Yeah, exactly. Like, are we gonna do a triple feature for this one?
Oh, yeah. We'll just, Saturday,
I'll just take
at 8 a.m.
Right, I'll just take the day off from work.
Yep. I know, we need to, map out what movies, we need to see together this year.
Yeah.
Are we're doing Captain America?
Captain America is probably the first one, right? And that's a couple weeks.
Yeah.
It comes out on Valentine's Day, yeah.
Like, First Steps for sure, Avatar for sure.
Pretty much any of the superhero movies.
Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
Thunderbolts for sure. Yeah, like, the ones that we kind of always...
Classics.
But there's other ones that, like... Well, I would think Mission Impossible.
Yep.
But, well, let's not run through all the movies now. So that...
yeah, I know. Don't want to give away anything here.
I can only hang out with you guys if Joker 3 comes out. It's final.
Well,
all right, so I'll just enter that in for Colby's number one pick here. Joker. Colby, what is your first pick?
So Steve picked Avatar, which is a good, solid pick.
It is, yes, it's safe.
I think not only will my pick make a boatload of money, but I think it's gonna have high ratings. I'm kind of torn because I don't want this movie to fail.
Okay, so can we guess it first?
If you want to try to guess it, you can.
It's First Steps.
Yeah, it's Fantastic Four.
No, it's
not.
Oh, it's Mission Impossible?
It's Lilo and Stitch.
Good.
All right. I think this movie's destined to make a boatload of money.
Yeah.
However,
is it
the live action
out this year?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. We should be getting a trailer. I would imagine probably Super Bowl.
I think it's supposed to come out in like May.
Yeah, it's like May or April.
Oh wow, we should have a trailer by now.
I think they're holding out till Super Bowl where they drop all their trailers at once.
That's true.
But I think that it's kind of like I am a huge Lilo and Stitch fan, and I really don't want this movie to fail. But I know Disney's live action adaptations are notorious for not being great.
Yeah, I'm with you because I love everything about Stitch. I love.
I think this is a really smart gamble.
I agree.
I think they're playing it safe with a live action Lilo and Stitch.
I think with this movie, they know that they have. I mean, I don't know what happened with Snow White, but nobody seems to. Right. I feel like they put more effort into this than that, which is saying something because Snow White is like their first movie they ever made.
But I mean, have you like if you go to a mall, like even random stores, they sell Stitch stuff.
Yeah.
Like Stitch is everywhere.
Stitch is everywhere.
So
always has been, always will be.
Like you said, it'll probably come close to $1 billion. Like it probably will. But yeah, again, it's gonna be based off that first trailer. Because remember when they launched the Sonic trailer and people hated what Sonic looked like? They literally went back and changed it.
The teases that we have gotten so far from Stitch have looked okay.
Good.
Yeah.
So it's a wait and see, but I think that's a smart gamble.
Yeah. That was actually the number 6 I had on my list, so.
Well, you can't have it.
Well, yeah, so. My number 1 pick, I think is going to be very successful. It's a franchise, but it's a new franchise. Also live action. And I think I'm taking a safe risk with it though. If you guys want to take a guess.
How to Train Your Dragon?
I was going to say How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, How to Train Your Dragon.
Not a new franchise, a new live action.
Yes, yeah, I'm sorry, yeah.
We have a trailer for that, right? I think I've seen it.
Yeah, look at teaser.
The trailer looks very good. It looks just like what the movie looked like when it came out.
You know what? If it's a shot-for-shot because I know that film has like a huge fan base, and I've seen the first 2. I don't think I saw the third one yet, but I want to see it. And they just I don't know. It's a very good trilogy, and I don't think they would adapt it to live action this soon unless they were ready for it.
Yeah. Cool. Who's playing? What's the main kid? Who's playing?
Let me see.
You know?
I don't know.
Gerard Butler's in it.
He's the dad.
Let's see. It is.
I've seen How to Train Your Dragon once. I think it's not a huge movie for me, but I know it has
Mason Thames
following. What'd you say?
Mason Thames.
Huh.
Thames, Thames.
Yeah.
Says he was in The Black Phone.
Oh, okay. I never
The
saw
Black
that.
Phone
That
2.
was fine.
The Gorge.
Oh, okay.
Monster Summer.
I think The Gorge comes out this year.
It does, yep.
Miles
And
Teller.
yeah, that doesn't have a whole lot in his filmography, so he's kind of up and coming, it seems.
Cool. That's probably better.
Yeah, I agree.
Because if you're like, oh my god, it's Tom Holland, you're like, well, it's Tom Holland, not like an actor I can't connect with yet.
Right. Alrighty. Steve, your second selection?
Oh.
Joker Folie à Deux Part 3.
Joker and Foliatre.
Oh!
Uh-huh.
That's it.
Fully. I think this. I have very high hopes and expectations for the new person in charge of this. Trying it again and again and again. I very much liked the last actor who played this title character, but I don't know about this. I don't know about this guy. I don't know a lot about him, but I have faith in James Gunn, so I'm gotta go Superman.
There you go.
It'll make a ton of money. I just don't know if it's gonna be good.
I feel like it's almost beating a dead horse. I feel like if this movie comes out and it's not good, there's no hope for DC. They are so deep underground with their franchises right now that it's like Sony. They have to work so hard to just get their name back is what they need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so my theory on this is that I could give a shit about the Guardians of the Galaxy, but like James Gunn made you care about them and like brought them to the big screen in a way that was like really cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
I could give a shit about Superman. Like, he's not my favorite. I prefer Batman. I prefer Marvel over DC.
I agree with you.
Yep.
But
all agreement there.
like, I have faith in James Gunn again. If there's any worry, I don't like Crypto. I don't like the idea of him having like a sidekick dog.
That was my biggest thing. Is I don't like the dog. I don't need the dog.
In the first movie, like that's more of like an intro. Like later down, if it works. And I also am a little worried because I watched the trailer that there's so many characters, and when these movies come out and there's so many characters that like a general audience doesn't typically know, that they're gonna try to shoehorn a lot of like details about them into one movie, and then you're just overwhelmed and don't care about half of them.
That was one of the big issues with DC EU when they first started, is they shoved so many characters in to start. They came out with the Man of Steel, which was a fine standalone movie.
Yeah.
But then after they came out with that, they had BVS, which introduced so many people. They introduced the whole Justice League in one movie.
Yeah.
Gal Gadot was the best part of that movie.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know.
Has there ever been a worse decline than Wonder Woman 1 to 2?
Oh.
Because 1 was pretty good.
Yeah.
But 2 was atrocious. Like, and you had Pedro, and you fucked it up.
Mm-hmm.
It was so bad.
Like I said, it's the same boat as Sony. I think I just hope he's not too ambitious.
Yep.
I hope that he's not I hope he's not throwing everything he has into this movie. I know that he juggled the Guardians of the Galaxy and did pretty well with that trilogy. I know he helped work on Infinity War and Endgame. And when he went over to DC, he started doing the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker and stuff. And I think he does good with. I think he does good with the team dynamics and a handful of actors working under his belt, which is great. I am worried because this isn't the Suicide Squad. It's not the Guardians of the Galaxy. This is Superman.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
if it's just a movie about Superman, that's great. But if your first movie was Superman, you're introducing 14 other DC characters that could be big characters later on. I think that just could be ambitious.
Yeah,
it could be very overwhelming. And like I said, if this movie comes out and it's not great, I think that really puts them in a tough spot because they just need to earn their trust back.
Yeah,
they need to just try to get the DC name back to being a positive household name. Because right now, when you think of DC, it's not good thoughts that come to mind.
No.
Yeah.
They've made some stinkers. So I think it's kind of 50-50 for me. It's either going to be really awesome or it's going to be mediocre, which for them is really bad.
Yeah. I think he's got to have in mind that this is the first movie of his run.
Yeah, he's
basically reintroducing DC to the world. Like, he can't screw this up. Like, I hope he has that mentality and that he at least pushes out something that's like a B.
Well, so my other concern with it is I hope he's not. He has a really big position over at DC right now, so I hope that he's not busy juggling too many things at once.
Yeah,
and kind of putting this on the back burner.
Because I know he knows what he signed himself up for.
Yeah, so I know this is like his project. I know he has had a lot to do with this project. I know he helped write it and all that stuff. But I hope that he didn't just go, all right, well, now that this looks like it's heading the right direction, you take over. I'm going to go work on all these other projects now. So I don't know. We're just going to have to see. But I am a little worried.
Only time will tell. This will be one that we see together.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like an IMAX movie. Superman flying.
Yep. All right.
I'm excited either way.
Colby, do you have your second pick ready?
Yes. So I'm gonna go for Wicked Part 2.
You stole my next one.
Well, sorry.
It's gonna do well.
I know, that's the thing. I'm sorry, Andrew. I know you really wanted it. I'm surprised you didn't pick it for your first one.
Yeah.
But we know that I know it's gonna make money and I know it's gonna get good reviews. That's all I can say.
You know what the new title is called?
It's For Good, right? Wicked for Good.
Yep. That was a test you passed.
So is the first one just called Part 1 or does it have a subtitle?
No, it's just Wicked.
That's just straight up Wicked?
Yep.
Wicked Annoying, it should be called.
So there were a couple guys from Boston who went to see the movie and they did a review like being upset that it wasn't like a Boston movie.
Wicked, dude.
Yeah, but they're like, but after that was a pretty fun story actually.
It was pissa.
Yeah, and I know that if they put the amount of effort into the second one that they didn't in the first one, which I know they did because I shot it back to back.
Yeah. It's
going to be good. And I know the story for the second half, and I know the second half is much better than the first half. Like, this first half has the good music, the second half has the story. Yeah, so I went back and forth between my first option. That was my 1 and 2, but that's okay. I have other ones on here.
Are you worried that they have to write new songs? Because I heard they were writing like 2 or 3 new songs for the second movie.
I heard that, and I don't think so. I think that'll be okay. I'm a little skeptical about it, but from what I've heard, the songs that they have are going to be fitting to the plot. So, as long as it doesn't feel like they're shoehorned in, that won't be an issue.
Yeah.
I know for musical fans, myself included, we probably won't like them as much because they were new.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to let that get in the way of it. Because, like I said, the story is really what makes the second half of this.
Fair enough.
Yeah. All right, so I'm up next.
That was Colby's pick, but Andrew spoke mostly about it.
Well, I knew he wouldn't know anything I just said about it. Yeah.
No, I know.
I just knew it was a good one to pick, you know?
Yeah.
That's more of like playing the game pick.
I had that speech ready for when I picked it, so that works.
Well, I'm glad you saved it for me. Thank you.
Well, what can I say? I'm a nice guy. My next one here, I don't know too much about it. I just know it's happening, and I know it's going to make a lot of money, and a lot of people are going to want to see it. But my second pick is going to be the Michael Jackson biopic they're making.
Biopics are real risky.
Yeah.
Real risky. Like, you have 50-50 chance that this is either garbage or it's the best movie of all time.
I think it's just called Michael, so I'm going to write down Michael Jackson movie.
Like,
I don't know.
That's a risky pick.
Well, you took the Bob Marley one last year, right?
I did. And it was
Did
not
you?
great.
I thought you... Yeah, Bob Marley, not different Bobs. Yeah.
But I feel like that's a pretty generalization for biopics, is that they're 50-50. It's either people think it's the best movie of all time, or you're kind of just flushing it down the toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I am excited for it, though. I something I'm looking forward to. Yeah, I don't know. Not much to say about that.
Who's playing Michael? Do we know?
Let me see.
Is it young Michael?
I heard it's Tom
Music
Holland.
Michael?
It's Dwayne Johnson.
Well, the first person associated with it, I just saw the name. I didn't see who they're playing. Was Miles Teller?
I don't think he's gonna play
That can't
Michael.
be right.
That's just my.
I don't think so either. It's you're not wrong to guess that. Miles Teller will be playing John Barranca.
John.
Oh, it's Jafar Jackson. It's his actual nephew is playing him.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
I heard that on the radio. Yeah, I heard that on the radio the other
Wasn't
day.
that what they did with the Bob Marley movie? Wasn't the guy who played Bob Marley one of Bob Marley's like kids or grandkids or something?
If you're just saying that to get a rouse out of me, it ain't gonna work.
What?
I think it was.
Yeah. Let me see if this guy's been in anything else. No, he hasn't. Okay, cool. Yeah, so also a new person coming into the field of acting from what it looks like. All right. Well,
one of two ways.
Hopefully I can prove you all wrong on that.
Let's hope.
Yes. All right. Steve, number 3. Halfway.
I'm back up again. That was quick.
Yeah. Oh, wait, was that? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is where I gotta take 28 Years Later.
That was also my next pick after that. Cool.
Sorry.
That's all right. No,
I think this has a cult following, and I think it probably won't make a shit ton of money because it does have a cult following, but it is coming out, I think, in the summer, and the trailer is like one of the best trailers I've seen in a long time. But I think it'll just get good reviews because the first 2 are reviewed very well. So I expect people to review it highly, even if it doesn't make a ton of money.
There you go.
And Aaron Taylor Johnson's in it. He looks pretty good in it. He's pretty good in most things. If the script is fairly well done, it's put in things that are just terrible. So that's. But he probably got paid a shit ton of money.
Partially on him for continuing to take those roles.
I mean, some of it for sure. But if they were like, "Hey, do you want $20 million to play Kraven the Hunter?" It's hard to turn down.
No, you got a point there.
I mean, money or reputation. I mean, what can you ask for?
Ralph Fiennes is in it too, and he looks like a crazed maniac in the trailer. So I'm really excited about that.
Nice.
I mean, Lord Voldemort. I mean, any day of the week.
Fair enough.
And I like zombies, and fast-moving zombies is the way to go. Way more exciting.
Colby, you want to throw out another option there?
I have. This one's also kind of risky. I'm gonna say Fantastic Four.
That was on my list too.
I think that this. I don't. It's so risky. Marvel has such a bad reputation lately. However, I feel like there's so much potential for this movie. I think this could be a comic book movie. I think this could be like a Deadpool Wolverine situation. I think it could be. It's gonna make a buttload of money if done right. And I feel like if they appeal to comic book fans and the nerds, I think it has chances of being rated fairly high.
Gotcha.
Can I make a blanket statement?
Yep.
Is this the worst movie title in Marvel?
It's interesting.
First Steps.
Yeah, it's interesting.
That's a terrible title for a movie.
Yeah.
In the Marvel universe at this point. Like, I know you can't just call it Fantastic Four because there's like 5 versions and you don't want to confuse people. But
you don't want to, I get that.
First Steps, it sounds like we're talking about like toddlers. Like,
it is strange.
What do we do?
Choice.
Like,
I think their motive there, which probably doesn't need to be said, but is like they're trying to rebrand them
over.
Yeah.
And I know, like, it takes place in, the 60s or 70s, apparently?
It's like, the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
So why, couldn't we just call it, this? Like, I would have preferred, the 60s over First Steps. There's got to be something better.
Well, I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you, but from what I've been hearing, it's supposed to be, there's going to be an incursion that takes place, at the end of the movie, which is what brings them into the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
So, I don't...
I'm very excited. I just hate the title, but I'm also getting as it's getting closer, and we haven't seen anything yet, obviously, I'm just nervous.
Yeah.
Any Marvel movie nowadays is just...
I know, it's like, come on. Like,
I used to see trailers of Marvel movies and be like, holy shit, can't wait for that. And now it's like, I'm excited, but cautiously optimistic, I guess.
Yeah.
I think it's a good pick. Even if it's bad, it'll still get like middling reviews.
Just for the record, we've gone through 8 movies so far.
Yeah.
And all of my top 6 have been taken.
Ooh.
The only one good.
The only one. Well, no, it's all right. I got others on here that I'm not.
You got a good top 6.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the ones that I didn't pick. Where I didn't have Superman or Avatar: Fire and Ash in my top 6.
Gotcha.
But so my next pick is, I think, another risk. But it's one that I'm excited about, and I think will be good. Is going to be the new Wallace and Gromit movie, which is
this your Piece by Piece from last year?
No, well, the other Wallace and Gromit movie has won Academy Awards.
I know, but I've never seen any of them. So
they're awesome. I love Wallace and Gromit.
Are you talking about the person, the were-rabbit?
Yes.
That movie's legendary.
This is my Lilo and Stitch for Colby. That's what it is for me. Are we getting
a SpongeBob movie this year?
We are.
Yes, a Sandy Cheeks movie. Yeah.
Is that your 6th choice, just because it has to be?
No.
You have no choice.
Wait, hold on. Can we do a dark horse pick? That's like a movie that won't make any money or get reviewed well, but we just pick it for ourselves.
Yeah.
We should do a dark horse pick.
I like that.
All right, we got to go through our first 6 though first.
Yeah. Let's learn that Wallace.
Well, I was just picking Andrews for him now.
Thanks, pal.
You're welcome.
It's called, the subtitle for this one is Vengeance Most Foul.
Nice.
I bet it is.
Because like I have movies on my list that I probably would never pick, but like am excited for regardless.
Yeah.
For this game, for this purpose, doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, we're in it for the game, not for the love.
Going for W this year.
In that case, we can continue with Steve's number 4.
I think I'm going to take Ballerina here.
Okay.
That was on my list.
So this is like when does this take place in the John Wick universe?
I have no clue.
Well, he's alive, because technically he died at the end of 4. Spoiler alert.
Well, the John Wick trilogy takes place over a quick period of time.
Right. And
it's only, like a couple months, like 2 months or something?
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not long.
In the trailer, Ana de Armas is like the one who becomes the John Wick style character, but also you see John Wick, so he has his appearance or his cameo or whatever. I mean, you could be in it more than what we know. The trailer looked pretty good. There's like a ridiculous part where somebody's shooting flames and somebody's shooting water, and they're like...
I looked it up. It says it takes place between John Wick 3 and 4.
Interesting.
Which would make sense. Because, like you said, the first 3 chapters are pretty tight. So, but like the 4th one feels like it's a little bit further down the road. I had this picked last year, and then it kept getting pushed, which is never good signs. But we're gonna go for it again and hope that it does well.
Yeah, I'm just praying, since you took my Avatar spot, that it gets delayed again. So
there you go. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Probably will. I think it has a release date now, though. I think last year,
allegedly,
when I picked it, it just said 2024.
Let's see. I'll check right now. It says June 6th.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
That's a pre-summer kind of movie. June.
Yeah. All right, Colby, you are up next.
All right, so my number 4 pick is Until Dawn.
The fuck is that?
So I figured you guys weren't going to know what it is. It is a Sony title. It's a based off a video game. Now, video game adaptations to movies and shows typically are not received very well. It's a horror game. And basically, without spoiling anything, these kids go up to a remote cabin up in the woods and slowly start getting picked off one by one. And you don't know how or why, and there's like a whole mystery behind it. The game is phenomenal. I've played it through many times, and if this movie is like a adaptation of the game, like a 1-for-1 adaptation of the game, similar to how The Last of Us was, I think this movie, it might not make a shit ton of money because a lot of people won't know what it is, but I think if it's done really well, it could get awards potentially, because I think the game won a bunch of awards for how well the game was.
Yeah.
So I think there's potential for this to get good reviews.
Well,
Cool.
horror is like all the rage too.
It is. So I think there's potential here.
Horror had a big year last year, and I think it'll have a big year this year. Because even like 28 Days Later is technically a horror movie.
Yeah.
28 years later.
Fair enough. Cool.
It's a good dark horse pick. Not in the dark horse.
Right. Cool. All right. So then my next pick there, I have a film called F1.
Oh
yeah, I
choice.
saw that.
I was
That's a
gonna
good
pick that.
Yeah. I figured I should probably
list.
get a good one on here then. Looks good. I mean,
Dragon's a solid pick.
I agree. I think this is literally 50-50 in my list right
Andrew,
now,
I'm so sorry. I feel like this is exactly what happened last time we did this too.
which is weird because last time I had the first picks.
Yeah, you just messed up.
Yeah, I brought that on myself.
What we should bet on is how many of his picks he actually sees.
Well, so far from this list,
He'll see Wallace and Gromit.
I mean, you should see all 6, right? If like
the only one on here that I might. No, I'll probably see all of these. I think if any of these so far that I wouldn't see, it probably will end up being F1.
Yeah.
You know what the worst part is? I can't promise I'll see Wicked.
Yeah, I know. That's why.
Wicked.
Huh?
I don't think you'll see Wicked.
I don't think I ever will.
I'll see Night 4 for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So far.
Yeah. Well,
think
Brad
it's-
Pitt's in this one, so
I think it's a good pick because it's same director as Top Gun Maverick, and we all know how well that went. So
Right.
if we're getting to be fair, Top Gun Maverick was awesome, but I don't care about fighter jets for the most part.
right.
I definitely don't care about F1 racing, but if it looks as good as the Top Gun jets, I'll be
Right.
all in. So
Yes, exactly.
I think it'll do extremely well just if it looks as good as Top Gun Maverick did. And we all know no one thought Top Gun Maverick was going to be any good.
Right.
So
Right.
it blew everyone out of the water. So
Mhm.
it's a good choice,
Cool. All right,
I guess.
Steve, you're number 5. On to your penultimate pick.
Oh, son of a bitch. Because none of the Marvel movies are gonna
No.
Thunderbolts is not gonna.
Fantastic Four was the only one that had a shot, and even then, it's a shot.
All right, I know what I'm gonna go with. Have you guys? I don't know if you guys have seen the trailer for it yet, but I'm gonna pick Mickey 17.
That was my
that was-
next one.
This was also my next one.
So that's the Robert Pattinson sci-fi movie where
Yep.
he
Damn.
dies and comes back.
All you gotta leave me with is the Marvel movies, man.
You got 2 left, buddy.
I don't know what the accent is all about, but it looks good. It looks fun.
Yeah, Cassie showed me the trailer for that, and I was like, "This actually looks like a pretty good movie." It
It does,
reminds
yeah.
me a lot of the Tom Cruise movie, Live, Die, Repeat,
Yeah.
or The Edge of Tomorrow. It had 2 names because halfway through its run, they decided to change it.
Yes.
I like Robert Pattinson though, and I like sci-fi movies. That's what I've come to know is that sci-fi movies are just always fun, and they have a huge audience. So, and I know the director was it Boon. I'm terrible with names. Boon Jong Hoon or whatever. He's done some good stuff. So
Cool.
I think that's a safe pick. It's a movie I'll see too.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Initially, I had that higher on my list.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I'm glad I
Colby,
got 5th. I thought it would be gone by now.
That was my next one.
I'm surprised that Fantastic Four didn't get picked until the end of our 3rd round.
I think the initial. I think the most exciting part of it was the casting. When they announced the 4 people, I was like, "Those
Right.
good casting." And then after now everything since, I'm like, it's not going to be good because none of those have been good. So We can only hope that an initial trailer tells us differently. Now you get to think, huh?
No, I have one. I'm conflicted.
He just doesn't want to say it.
This is going to be wild. And you guys are going to think I'm wrong. And I
Probably.
might be wrong.
You might be wrong.
I'm going to go with Jurassic World Rebirth.
I had it on my list.
Hear me out.
I also did.
The rumors for the production of this movie so far sound like it is going to be like a Jurassic Park movie we have never seen before.
I've heard that as well.
It's supposed to be a darker... I think it's supposed to be rated R. So I think it's supposed to be more like a horror movie of Jurassic Park. So I think from what I've understood and seen from it, it's going to be like the original movie, or probably more like the Lost World, Jurassic Park 2.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But scaled up a lot more. And these movies, no matter what, make $1 billion every time they come out with one. It doesn't matter how good or bad it is. And I think that if it is darker and a little bit more grounded, and the villain of the movie isn't flying bugs, I think that this movie could get some decent reviews. So I think it's 50-50. There's a lot of potential with this movie, I think.
Nice. Well,
who's in this? Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
Come on. I mean, come on.
Jonathan Bailey's gonna be in it.
Yeah, whoever that is.
Mahershala Ali.
Yeah, I've also heard that like the script and everything is just like high level dinosaur Jurassic.
Because the last couple have been pretty not great, so I think that they want to keep this franchise going. I mean, people like dinosaurs, and like I said, they all make $1 billion. It doesn't matter how good or bad the movies are.
Right.
We're looking for good, so.
I think so far. I think we'll also get a trailer for this. I think in the next couple weeks. I think.
It says it's releasing July 2nd. So
yeah, we're due for a trailer.
Yeah. Cool. So, I guess I'll take the Thunderbolts then.
There are other movies. It's okay.
No, I know. Sorry, Thunderbolts asterisk. I think it will be fun, and I don't know. I'm hoping that that'll.
Honestly, Andrew,
people.
There's a movie that I'm surprised you haven't taken yet, and I'm shocked you haven't picked.
Well, there's a movie
because it looks awful.
Yeah, you know exactly what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
There's a movie on the board that nobody's taken that I'm surprised.
I think you might be thinking of the one that I'm referring to.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it though, because just in case you pick it.
No, I'm going for a weird one next.
Okay.
My sixth pick. So.
Your last pick.
Am I up?
Yeah. No comment on the Thunderbolts.
Oh, I think. I mean, of all the Marvel movies releasing this year, it has the potential to be the most fun.
Yeah,
I think it will be fun.
I don't think it's going to be overall great, and it's not going to push Marvel along like we've expected in the past. But I think the cast will be fun. There'll be good jokes. It's always.
I don't think even. All right. Excuse me. Marvel fans are greedy, horrible, hate everything. It's like Star Wars fans. They hate everything new.
They really have morphed into Star Wars fans.
And as a Star Wars and Marvel fan, that I know that that's not our best side. But it is who we are. I mean, sue us. Come on. But even if the Thunderbolts is good, right? Even if it's good, it's a fun movie. You walk in, you eat your popcorn, you enjoy it, you leave. You're like, oh, that was actually a good time, and I didn't want to blow my brains out. I don't think it's going to get good reviews. I think people are so petty and mad at the MCU that no matter how good that movie is, I don't think that people will review it too highly, because a lot of people in the past have rated Marvel movies higher than they should have been. And then a month later, they're like, oh, actually, that did not deserve that rating. And I think they've been a lot more cautious about that lately. So I think that this movie has a higher chance of being underrated at first and then being more appreciated over time. So
yeah,
I don't think the reviews right out the water are going to be very reflective of what that movie is, either good or bad.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, it feels like a prime candidate to be review bombed, honestly.
That's what I'm talking about. I think it could definitely be review bombed just because it's a Marvel movie.
Yeah, and it's like got an asterisk, and it's a weird cast that people like separately, but together they might be like, I don't know, and yeah, I don't know. I'm excited.
It's definitely Marvel's Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Steve, what do you got?
Last pick.
All right, so there's a new DiCaprio movie coming out this year. It's currently titled The Battle of Bacton Cross.
The Battle.
Never heard of it.
So it's supposed to be DiCaprio's big movie for the year. It's Paul Thomas Anderson, which he's a big director. But we don't know a lot about it yet. So this could be the movie that doesn't end up coming out this year. But as of right now, it's slated for like the end of the year.
Interesting.
DiCaprio movies tend to do well. Paul Thomas Anderson movies tend to review well.
Yeah.
So I'm going to throw it here as my 6th pick.
Cool.
Not really much to say because there's not really much to know about it. But
right.
It's DiCaprio, so I got to go with him. I just don't know what else. Nothing else I have listed is going to like crush review-wise.
I know.
I'm in that same boat. And I feel...
I still have some movies, and like I can rattle them off at the end, but I just don't think they're going to review that well.
And I'm with you, and I feel like I am almost forced to put this movie here. And I'm going to say Minecraft. America? No, I'm going to say Minecraft.
Yeah.
That's a big mistake.
That's the one that Colby thought I was going to take.
Hear me out. This movie doesn't look good.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't look good.
I mean, I'm excited for it because I'm excited how bad it's going to be.
But I think it has the potential. It doesn't look good as a... All right, all right. It doesn't look good as a Minecraft fan. As somebody who plays Minecraft, it doesn't look good. Most of the adults that are going to watch this movie and reviewing it for like movie reviewers probably have not played Minecraft. Okay? Mm-hmm. So I think because of that, they're going to go into this movie and be like, you know, that was a pretty good video game movie. And I think that because it's Minecraft, all the family's going to go seeing this movie, and all the kids, I think it'll be rated pretty highly. Good or bad. I just don't think the CGI looks good. I think it looks actually atrocious.
Yep.
I think it's Sonic level bad. I think that they need to redo all of the CGI for this movie.
I think that, like, that animation...
It's just not a good choice.
No, it's not. And
it should have been an animated movie.
I thought it was... So when I watched that trailer for the first time, I thought it was, like, beautiful. And then when I saw they put the live-action actors into it, it looked awful. That's what ruined it for me.
It's just the whole thing should have been animated.
If they had done the whole thing like that, like if Steve wasn't a real person, if he was in that same animation, it would be different.
Jack Black as Steve is a bizarre choice.
Yeah, and I love Jack Black, but seriously.
But I think there's potential that it could have good ratings. Just because it's a Minecraft thing.
But I really hope it does. But they might know what they're doing. They just
you're right.
Like I said, it could be another Mario scenario. This could be like a huge hit.
I mean, I don't think people were too keen on the Lego movie before it came out either.
Exactly.
So hope I'm hopeful for you.
Thanks.
All right. Well, I got one movie left. And I got a few on my list here that have not been called yet.
A good one.
Well, it's like so after you pick yours, we'll each do a dark horse pick. Whereas, like, if a movie doesn't come out, let that one slide up into your slot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Good choice.
Okay. I'm gonna pick for my last choice. I'm gonna go with the new Karate Kid movie.
Not a bad choice.
Starring Jaden Smith.
No.
Starring Jaden Smith Jr.
Yeah, there you go.
Starring Will Smith.
Oh
boy.
Wow.
Legends. It's called Karate Kid Legends.
Jackie's in this one, isn't he?
I believe so.
He trains Will Smith.
Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan are both in it. Yeah.
He said,
"What if Will Smith trains Jackie Chan?"
Wasn't very good, so we need to teach you better.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's all about the slap. This movie's gonna be great. We should be the ones making these movies. What are they doing? Missed potential.
Yeah, it is. I think this is a safe choice to make.
Yeah, it's safe. I think it's a
All
safe
right.
pick.
So, how do you want to do this dark horse thing, Steve?
Just we'll all do one more pick.
Okay.
And it's just more of like
it's a cushion.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if one of our movies doesn't come out, this pick slides up into that slot.
Okay.
Because like that Battle of Bacton Cross movie, like that might get pushed.
Yeah.
Something else might fall. I don't really know.
Avatar might get delayed another 4 years. I mean, there's no way to know.
So it's just probably easier than like adding, like we did this time, where we just like randomly threw out a movie.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I have my pick lined
Steve,
up as well.
Yeah, you go, Steve.
Sorry.
I'm gonna take Predator: Badlands. So there's a new Predator movie coming out towards the end of the year. Same director as Prey. Did either of you guys see Prey?
No,
but it's on my list of things to get through once I do the Alien movies.
It's really good. It was like a COVID release on Hulu, but it ended up being really good. It was Dan Trachtenberg, I think, is the director, but he's also doing Badlands, and I believe it takes place in like 17th century America or something. So it's gonna have like some cool, like.
Well, because didn't Prey take place with like cavemen or something?
Prey was like the original like in native tribes.
Oh, okay, all right.
So
I knew it wasn't a modern day thing.
Yeah, so it's really cool, and like the tribe that they follow around, it's like all the men go out and do all of like the hard get the food and all that, but like it's one of the women in the tribe that ends up being like the best and skilled practitioner and killing things and hunting things. So it was cool.
Nice.
From what I remember, I saw it like 2 years ago, but it's like a movie I'm really excited for, but I don't know. It could go either way.
I gotcha. Colby, you have yours ready, or do you want me to do mine?
No, I'm ready. I'm going to go with Nobody 2.
That first one was awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't know the second one was coming out this year.
Yeah, I didn't either until I was looking at the list. But, so, Andrew, if you're not familiar with Nobody, it's literally a John Wick style movie with, I forget his name. It's the guy that plays
Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah, Bob Odenkirk. It's literally John Wick, but with Bob Odenkirk,
who plays Saul in
Breaking Bad and
Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul. Yeah,
cool.
It's a John Wick style movie, and I know the first one did really good, and it got really good reviews.
Yeah,
so I think that's a good, safe backup choice.
For sure. I didn't even know. I didn't have him on my list because I didn't even know about it.
Yeah, when I was looking, I mean, it might not even come out this year, but I think it was slated for November or December.
All right. So my wild card here, my safety net here. I don't know if either of you. I'm gonna be very vague before I say what it is because I like doing that. I don't know if either of you. It's based on a show, but it's the third installment of a film taking place in this world here. The first two movies did really well. Nope. I'm not. I'm not. Since Steven Hillenburg, the creator of SpongeBob, died, they've ruined the whole series. So I'm going with Downton Abbey 3.
Nice.
Which is a great show.
They've made 2 movies?
Yep.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I didn't know they even made movies.
Yep.
There's a third movie? I knew it was a show.
What happened to the first 2?
So the first movie came out called Downton Abbey the movie.
Whoa.
Came out in 2019. Had a 7.4 on IMDb and 84 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay, that's not bad.
Second one, called A New Era, 7.4 on IMDb, 86 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
And this is going to be a movie. The legendary Maggie Smith was in that show, who tragically passed away recently. And I have a feeling that this movie is going to be surrounding her character's death.
Nice.
Okay.
So it'll be a tribute to her, which I think will also bring in a lot of people.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's that there.
Nobody picked Mission Impossible?
I'm worried because the last one, it was good, but like I feel like nothing happened in that movie.
No, but will everything happen in this one?
I don't know, and I don't think the last one.
The
last one I don't think got that great of reviews either.
No, but we picked 21 movies and no one picked Mission Impossible. That's kind of crazy if you think about it.
I've only seen one Mission Impossible movie, and I saw it with you guys.
And it wasn't the best one.
There's so many good ones.
And we saw that right after seeing Oppenheimer, right? Or was it before?
No.
Or was that Barbie?
We did after something, but I don't think... Yeah, it was
Transformers. No, it was Transformers.
Was it?
Yeah, we saw the Transformers.
No, because I didn't go to Transformers.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
You met us after, though, and when...
Yeah, I think me and Steve saw Transformers, the Beast one or whatever.
Yeah, which was average.
Yeah, it was yeah.
So obviously, no one took Captain America, because that's going to be shit.
Nobody's.
I was almost going to take The Accountant 2, which is like a Ben Affleck action movie. The first one's pretty good.
Yep.
What else? Mortal Kombat 2 comes out this year. I wrote it down just in case. Tron Ares comes out this year, which I know Tron has had its troubled past. Warfare, which I think could be a dark horse movie. I think it's going to be like this year's Civil War, where it's kind of come out of nowhere and be pretty good. It's like a wartime movie.
Sure.
As by the title, Warfare. And then The Gorge, which we mentioned earlier, might be pretty good.
Yeah.
It looks unique. Apparently they're guarding the doorway to hell. That's what is in The Gorge, so that could be pretty cool.
All right. Some of the movies that I had that were not mentioned were Megan 2.0.
Yep.
Which is that doll, the animatronic doll horror film.
Yeah.
Then they're making a sequel to I Know What You Did Last Summer.
2, right?
Yeah. They're making another Smurfs movie.
Nice.
And a Frankenstein movie, which I don't really know anything about.
Oh, I've heard of that. I'm a little excited for that one, but I don't know if it's this year or next year.
Right. So I think that was part of the reason I didn't have it on my list.
Makes sense.
And then the last one I had was Now You See Me 3.
Yeah, which will be fine, but it probably will just be fine.
Yeah.
That was the only other movie I had on my list that wasn't picked.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, well.
It feels like a year where like a lot of movies haven't been like set in stone yet.
Yeah.
So it's tough.
There's like at the end of the year we'll probably be saying I wish this was announced or we knew this was happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense though. We have extras. We have pretty good lists.
Yeah,
it's a solid list.
I'll read through the lists in case people are listening to this just as a reminder. So Steve's list is first Avatar, Fire and Ash, followed by Superman, 28 Years Later, Ballerina, Mickey 17, and Battle of the Vatican, because I say it?
Bacton Cross, I think?
Bacton Cross, with his alternative being Predator Badlands.
Nice.
Colby's list here, he's got Lilo and Stitch, Wicked for Good.
Damn right.
Fantastic Four First Steps, Until Dawn, Jurassic World Rebirth, Minecraft, and Nobody 2 is his alternative.
Hell yeah. Way better than my last year's list.
I think looking at Colby's list, his looks the most fun.
Yeah.
And then my list there ends off with How to Train Your Dragon, followed by the Michael Jackson biopic, followed by Wallace and Gromit, F1, Thunderbolts Asterisk, Karate Kid Legends, and the alternative is Downton Abbey 3.
Nice.
Now, when we revisit this, the end of this year, with those alternatives, if we have one that's really low, can we opt to switch it with the other one?
I think we should be able to swap it, yeah.
Okay.
Should we decide that before we start? Like,
right now?
No, I'm saying like, so next year when we do this, if we just look at our list in general, like we could swap it before we start?
Before we look at the scores.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think so.
Yeah, I like that idea.
After we've seen our movies, we get our own feel for the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And go into it with like an honor system of like, I didn't look it up.
I don't look at scores.
I don't either.
No, me neither.
Care less.
It doesn't mean anything to me because I
look at scores for this.
I can see an 8.5 and hate it, or I can see a 5.2 and love it. So it doesn't matter.
I never look at scores.
I don't either.
When does the Wallace and Gromit movie come out?
Speaking of Andrew's F1 movie.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen the Chris Hemsworth movie Rush? It's also an F1 movie.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard it's pretty good.
I would recommend watching it. It's a really, really good movie. It stars Chris Hemsworth and what's the guy who plays Zemo in Civil War?
Daniel Bruhl, I think his name is.
Something like that.
It stars both of them.
With the eyes over to you.
And I'm pretty sure it's based off a true story.
Is it better than Gran Turismo?
I never saw Gran Turismo.
I didn't either, but I heard it was good.
But I would recommend watching it. It's a pretty good movie.
I'll go back.
All right.
would recommend 28 Days and 28
I know.
Months.
You guys got me intrigued. I'm going to have to watch those.
Yeah, I haven't seen them, but I am very...
My only thing I'll tell you is that 28 Days Later looks terrible, but it's on purpose because it's to give you that feeling of like being lost in London when there's nobody there except for rage zombies.
Mm-hmm.
So like as the movie progresses, it starts to look better because like society is changing. It's when you watch the first 20 minutes and it looks terrible, don't think it's like the quality of your stream. It's on purpose. If that makes sense.
Okay.
It's almost like a low budget horror movie from back in the day because it was from back in the day.
Gotcha.
At this point. But also really good. You'll enjoy it. And it's 98 minutes or something.
So I just looked up when the Wallace and Gromit movie was coming out.
This is 2027.
No, it's a Netflix movie.
Oh, we'll still get reviews,
but it's already out.
Oh, it's already out?
Yeah.
Did it come out in 2025?
It did.
You can still keep it.
You can keep it or replace it right now.
Oh, hold on. No, it says 24. God damn it.
Oh, you're a year behind, bro.
I'm gonna take it off and I'll change it up to Downton Abbey right now.
You can pick something else if you want.
You should still get a backup.
Well, we can go back to this later then.
Or you could put Mission Impossible.
You could.
Nah, I'd rather wait. You guys had your picks last year that
Captain
didn't come
America.
out. You want to know why I'm really upset though? It has a 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh.
I mean that's bound to come down, but yeah.
Absolutely.
Pretty good start.
Oh.
Yeah, we will revisit that later.
Nice.
Cool.
All right. Pretty solid.
That sums it up. Yeah, it's solid.
Yes.
We're at an hour.
Episode.
Good.
So for our go ahead.
I was gonna say for our listeners, what's our next episode?
The next one is gonna be the movie we have to watch.
Right.
Well, we can't think of the name next, and then we're gonna see Captain America in like 2 weeks.
Okay. Yeah.
So that'll probably work out.
Captain America comes out the 14th.
Yeah, Valentine's Day.
So if you want, if Colby's around that weekend,
I will be because I got school vacation the following week.
Nice. We can do it. We can do it like that Friday or Saturday or Thursday even, whatever, and then we can do a podcast on Sunday about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I work the weekend of the 14th.
Doesn't have to be.
We can figure it out then.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
But yeah, all right. So we'll plan on it'll be like the Thing / Captain America episode, or should we do separate episodes, or?
Well, we'll see based on if we can figure out a time and a date.
Yeah.
We're not always great at that, so.
No.
We'll plan for Thing and Captain America and see what happens.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And be ready to be disappointed, everybody.
Yeah.
Be ready to wait at least a week longer than what we said.
We'll see you in 2027.
All right.
Good stuff.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Well, thanks for listening, everybody. I hope to see you in probably about 2 weeks.
And hopefully movies in 2025 are awesome.
Yes.
Woohoo.
Come on, Marvel, you can do it. Probably not.
Probably not. Bye.
Bye.